My Auto Store. Quality recycled OEM auto parts.
Hello everybody and welcome to Daytona. This is the start of the IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge Series for 2024.
Well, if you're new to the Michelin Pilot Challenge, the TCR class, they are front-wheel drive cars. Not a big deal considering most road cars are these days, but however, it is a big deal when you've got to get these tyres to work, and front-wheel drive cars absolutely destroy their front tyres. You're relying on them not just to turn the car, but also to drive the car forward. And the winner today in the TCR class will be the drivers, or the drivers, who are more than gentle on their tyres. It's going to be all about the tyres as ever.
And the TCR restart is 3 wide across the line as they're coming through some of the midfield and back of the field runners of GS, but at the front of the field, McCarthy from Queensland, from Collingwood, Frank Depew, Owen Trinkler, of course, did stop. He's the first of the cars that did stop, but did not, we believe, take tyres and off. Behind them for the Victor Gonzalez Racing, the VTSR Racing Aston Martin. There was another Aston involved there, Peter, as well. That was the 19 car and the number 88 that got together going into the hairpin. That's Dominic Starkweather and Todd Coleman, Van der Ster and Archangel Aston. So Aston on Aston. What a run he is having as the rest of the cars start coming into the pit lane that didn't stop first time around. The two Astons just getting tangled up with each other 2 laps ago at the right-hander at the International Horseshoe. Nick Damon has got pit callers down his end. That's one of the TGM cars, Nick.
Yeah, we got the 64 TGM car out, got Ted Giovanni's, I think Q-Plum got in, full service this time around, and very exciting. There's a very long thread on those nuts for the five studs, which is quite interesting. We've also got the 77, which is the damaged Hyundai from that incident with the Alfa Romeo. As saying how nice the nuts are, I just had a nut flicked at my leg by the rear wheel of the Aston Martin. It drove over them, so I've now gone off them again. But they are now both away. Didn't seem to be any particular service at instance for that 77, so it must have been a tyre problem only.
The response from the Alpha team, they don't know the sequence in which it happened, but it resulted in contact, and ultimately they are out. There's suspension damage that they can't fix.
For position as they come onto the tri-oval. It looks like a decent gap to Owen Trinkler, and hearing as well from Aaron, who's got eyes everywhere. Todd Coleman and Archangel Motorsports. Aston has lost a wheel and tyre. The Vantage, so that car will be heading back to the pit lane. Left front, actually the wheel is still on, but the tyre is definitely off. That's been side to side, I think, with bits of the Michelin tyre making their bid for freedom, but to the inside of the circuit, thank goodness. Right, let's take a breath for a moment, because every time I try and look at the screen and do a rundown here on IMSA Radio and IMSA TV, something happens. Team TGM by 4 seconds. Owen Trinkler has pitted but did not take tyres, just topped off the fuel on the Aston Martin Vantage GT4. Michael McCarthy, who has not pitted, stayed aboard the 718 Kelly Moss with Riley number 91 car. That scraping sounds horrible from that Aston Martin in the left front wheel.
Now just see the 88 Aston going past me, which is missing the front left, but that's a problem for Shay to sort out. I think when you actually finally roll to a halt, you roll too far away from the pit wall. They've had to kind of very difficult to actually manoeuvre the car back again with only even three wheels. They're now doing a full service, and they're going to get a fuel as well.
Todd Coleman actually with a broken rim as well. No rubber left on this left front tire at all. They are checking to make sure that there is no suspension damage. But while they are checking, there is a driver change going on. And Todd Coleman is handing over to Aaron Telitz, who is a factory '93 Lexus driver. He's actually taking up the reins behind a different wheel of a car, but he has been a long-time coach for Todd. They've driven together in another championship. Car drops off the air jacks, the service having been completed. There we go. The door wasn't quite shut that time. Aaron's still making sure he's belted in, making sure that everything is good. Out goes the RS1 Porsche, which came in for a driver change, and now it's up to Aaron to try and regain that lost track position for Archangel.